Hi, this is Manu Fanatic at redcafe.net. Just did my preview, but I realized that I was putting more teams or poor players on my team. Part of my issues that I have with my stroke, and when I work out and stuff, my brain kind of fries on me. I had like 12 people on my team. So I'm going to redo it again. First, a little bit about the Crystal Battles game. I thought that we pretty much dominated. They had a couple times in the game that they gave us problems. Um, it was clearly a penalty. I'm glad that the referee got it right. And Mata slatted the ball in the corner. Um, it's one of those teams that the keeper went the right way, but if you have it in the right area, you can't get it. After that, we had more than a couple times that we'd got another goal that probably would have basically sealed the game, but we didn't do it. And then fair play to Crystal Palace, they came back and got a free kick, which I didn't think it should have been a free kick. I think it was Smalling that was being actually fouled there, but they gave it to him, and they scored from it. Again, I think that there's a problem with the wall there, but also I think the possession of David De Gea was off a little bit there. But again, I'm not a goalkeeper, although I did play soccer, and I played with a guy that was one of the best goalkeepers in the country. So I know about tactics, and where they're supposed to be, where the goalkeeper's supposed to be on the line. I thought he was too far over. I saw that also in another game over this weekend, where the goalkeeper was way too far over, and you can't get back to it. I understand that the wall is supposed to be there to stop anybody do that, but there has to be a way you can get back. That ball was not all the way in the left. I mean, it wasn't all the way to the right side of the goal. He could have got to it, but he was too far away. But anyway, Fellini saved our blushes and got us at least probably the top four. After a good Strauss by Young and a little bit of argy-bargy by Crystal Palace, not falling over each other, and gave it to Fellini. And great that he actually knocked it in. So this is going to be a different type of game. I think it'll be very open. I think Arsenal probably knows that they're going to end up third, but if we can beat them, and then we'll be ahead of them. Even though they'll have a game in hand, they're a team that can lose as much as we did. We lost 3 in a row, games we probably should have lost. So there's no reason why they couldn't do it as well. If they do that, we come down to the end. We both are up. We're up by a point with last game, and we win a hole, or they screw up that we get up third, and that's better than going to the Champions League as a fourth qualification and having to play in game, because yes, it makes us in the top four. We go to the Champions League, but we're not really in the Champions League. We're basically playing in. And here in the States, we have for our little college basketball thing that they end. We have this thing that we play in game to the actual tournament. And to me, this is kind of like the same thing. So we don't know who we're going to play. And we might buy somebody like, let's just say somebody like Basel comes in. You know, the guys are big and well in the air, and they get a couple headed goals, and then we're out. It can happen. I'd rather be into the draw, so we don't have to worry about it. We can just play in our group, and then if we're good enough to get out of the group, great. I don't have to play in. So hopefully that we'll go out with a win, try to win, and then see if Arsenal can, do what they have to do, get the couple points that they have to stay ahead of us. As far as Arsenal, they played well against Swansea. It was a pretty open game, to be honest, but should have been enough to where Arsenal would have won that game, but they didn't. Good for them, good for us. Obviously, their threats are we all know who they are. Sanchez, who's played one of the best persons to accumulate to the Premiership, a lot better than Di Maria has done. So obviously he's one of the top 5 guys probably for the the best player in the Premiership this year, and that's why they're where they're at. I think the Ozell is actually coming their own a little bit. Although they look a little different now. I think they should leave it the way it was. I think they just basically get rid of Wilshere and all that stuff and deal with Ramsey, and, well, not Ramsey, but anyway. They're still Arsenal, and I expect Arsenal to screw up, and this is a good time for them to do it. So, other than that, the question is when it comes to my team, after what Wilson and Januzaj did with the 21s, you think they should be? I think they should be in the starting 11 this week. But Van Gaal may not want that. I don't know that Wilson. I don't know when they actually have to play Manchester City again, and I know they want to win the league, so it's possible he won't bring them up. Yeah, they probably won't. My team, I would have them. So I'm going to have my team, and then I'll give you what I think Van Gaal's going to do. So my team would be, if I had the ability to do it, I mean, since everybody's hating on the Glazers this week, and I'm from America, and I like the Buccaneers, who Glazers owes them as well. So if we're just going to talk about the Glazers, because a lot of people on full-time Devils, and especially Housen, just going off and off about them. The idea is that, Manchester United was up for sale, and they bought them. I don't like what they did to the team, put all the debt on it, but these are businessmen. And obviously, United was the places where they could do this, and they would get their money back. I don't know what to say. The board approved it, so I don't know what to tell you. It's not like you're going down to what happened to Rangers or something like that. I mean, United will be okay, and over the years, I think the 10 years that we've spent like $750 million in transfers and stuff. So I get it. Believe me, I understand it. I didn't like the Glazers either, but any good businessman thought it was a great idea for them to buy us, that they put all the debt on us because they knew that we would get out of it. But anyway, let's talk about the team. Again, this would be my team. I would put Valencia in right back, Smalling and Jones center back, Shaw left back because he looks like he's okay. Really was worried about him, but I think that he just got really hit the wrong way in his nose, and sometimes that will mess with your head. And I'm glad that they decided to take him off. He was smart enough to get down and not run around for longer, because something else could have happened to him. So we're in a 4-3-3, so I'm going to say Blin, Mata, Herrera in my threes. If it was me, I would say Januzaj, Rooney, and Wilson up top. The only difference that I'm going to say from me and what Van Gaal will do, he'll probably have Young in for Januzaj, and maybe RVP instead of Wilson, because I think he wants to see him, and little stuff going around about RVP and him trying to stay. I think he should. We should give him another year. But I think that Wilson should be, when next season starts, he should have every opportunity to start up front with Rooney in the back behind them. Or if we're going to go 4-4-2, that's fine. Then, but Rooney still should be behind them, and Wilson should be up top. And RVP. If we're going to be the greatness about being in the Champions League, obviously, if we get past the qualifying game, if we have to do that, is that we'll have enough big enough for teams till you have a team that's really for the EPL, and there's teams for cup teams for the Champions Leagues and stuff like that, and you have to have more than 15 people to be in your team That's why we did what we did. So there's no reason to have. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having 4 strikers, and I think that a team that has Wilson, RVP, Rooney, and maybe another a striker, maybe Chicho will come back, or we find another one. Depay could be used behind Wilson or something like that. But we can talk about that next year. That brings me to the end. My prediction will be 3-1. We'll win. We're going to have a great game. We're not going to have any mistakes. Arsenal will get a game or get a goal probably out of their talent, and the rest of us will do what we have to do. This is our last home game, so I think we'll play well. And so that's what I have. And after that game, if that's true, we'll have we'll be in front of them with 1 point. With 2 games left for them, we'll have 1 more for us. And we just hope that if they just get, if they don't win the game in the hand, as long as we have a chance at the end, that's all that really matters. There's no reason why they can't win. They can't lose 3 in a row. We did it. So that's all I have. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.